Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. This is another one that's going to go in my Chicken Sandwich Wars playlist. So if you're interested in this and other reviews like it, go to that playlist, Chicken Sandwich Wars. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Mega Ran shirt. Do. That wasn't the Mega Ran theme. I had it in my head for like a fraction of a second, and then it just gave up, and I was just like, that's why I'm not a musician, folks. But I do really love music, and I love quality musicians and musical artists, and that is definitely what Mr. Megaran here represents. He is a nerdcore hip-hop artist, and if you don't know what that means, nerdcore it's basically like a subgenre of the, it's a very niche little subgenre of the hip-hop and rap variety, wherein basically the artists go over there and they tend to focus on like nerdy subject matter and stuff like that. Whether it's, cartoons or video games or, basically just stuff like that, and it's, for me, being a fucking huge nerd, when I became aware that this was a thing, I was like super down. And then on top of that, one of my favorite artists also happens to be a big fan of Mega Man, and I'm a huge fucking Mega Man fan. So, it just perfectly clicked for me. I absolutely love Mega Ran and all of his stuff, even his non-nerdcore stuff, because he's done a couple albums as his non-nerdcore persona, which is just random. And I've really like he's just outside of like the kitschiness of, the material that he usually does. He's a really, really talented artist. Like, just, he's always putting out albums, always pushing forward. He's a lovely human being. I've been fortunate enough to see him perform live a few times. I actually have videos of most of those performances here on my channel. I think I'm only missing like maybe one or two, because I wasn't doing the video stuff at the shows quite that far back, but really like this guy. I always try to see him when he comes through. Quality person. Check that stuff out if you're interested. Anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Why is it going on Chicken Sandwich Wars playlist? What are we doing here? Well, folks, boom! It's from Popeyes with the chicken and such. This is their limited time chicken sandwich. This is their spicy truff chicken sandwich. Which, what does that mean? Well, it's one of their chicken sandwiches. Boom! It looks like this. Can we get a thing? Ha 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 ha! With the pickles. Pickles. Y'all know I don't like pickles on a chicken sandwich. But, so yes. Basically, Popeyes went over there and they teamed up with the Truff hot sauce people, which, by the way, I reviewed Truff hot sauce. Go watch that video. And they decided to go over there, come out with a Truff sauce specifically for the chicken sandwiches. I think it might just be their Truff mayo. I'm not sure. But basically, all their products include truffle to some extent. So it's a little bit more higher end kind of thing. It's a little bit fancy. I heard about this and I'm like, I gotta give that a shot because I really like the Truff hot sauce. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. Okay. One thing I will say I'm a little bit worried about. Doesn't look like they put a lot of the truff on there. Now maybe that's just the case. Okay, maybe, we're gonna see. I am gonna try it with the pickle for the first bite because it's on there, but I'm probably gonna remove the pickle. Let's give it a go. Interesting. Well, Okay. All right. Well, the Truff aspect is definitely there, but yeah, okay. For one thing, the pickle in this instance, it's not as abrasive because the other flavors are doing what they do, so it's not as horrible. But we are gonna ditch the other pickle because again, I just fucking why are pickles on chicken sandwiches? Why did that? Is that like because Chick-fil-A? Because if that's like Chick-fil-A, then I'm sorry, but fuck Chick-fil-A. Because if they started that stupid freaking pickle nonsense, and maybe they didn't, to be fair. If they didn't, then I apologize. I'm not. But if I get the feeling like that was their thing, because they're the chicken sandwich people. I hate freaking pickles on chicken sandwiches. Well, sometimes it's fine. But here's the thing. I'm not getting a lot of spice from this thing, man. It is like it's a good chicken sandwich, you know. It's nice. It's got that Popeyes chicken, you know. It's crispy. I like it. I get the feeling like I got screwed over on the truff sauce. It really does feel like they just kind of put a little bit on there. They spread a little bit on each of the buns, but it's like I'm not like I'm getting a truff taste to it. To be fair, there's sort of like a kind of an earthy sort of Moorishness to it. You know, kind of goes with the truffle aspect, and it's nice. It kind of elevates the rest of the rest of the thing. But in terms of spiciness, I'm not getting really much of anything. Yeah, I might have to do a do-over on this one. Because either I'm not getting enough of it, or they didn't use the spicy stuff, or something. Because while I am getting some truff flavor, I'm really not getting any spice. And I don't know, man. I don't think they put this one together properly. That's a shame. Especially since I went out of my way. I have two Popeyes by me. There's an older one and a newer one. Newer one came up, I think, sometime last year. The older one is closer to me, but it sucks, unfortunately. Like, they're terribly managed. Almost every time I go there, they get my order wrong. They're just, and I don't like to be that person, but it's like, flat out. I can give you once in a while type of stuff, but like, I've had some of the worst service I've ever had from that place. The newer one, so far, had been on point. Like, just excellent. Never had a problem with anything I'd gotten from them. This, however, I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like I kind of got screwed over a little bit on this one. If this is it, by the way, and that's pathetic. The chicken itself is good. Popeyes does a good job. I like the crunch on their chicken. But the whole fucking point of this sandwich is the fucking truff sauce. That's what I'm here for. You know. And considering that this has less spice than even their normal spicy chicken sandwich, what the fuck am I doing with this, you know? Yeah, I mean, this is almost to the point where it's hard for me to really consider this a proper review because, again, I feel like it's less the actual item and more the way it was prepared. But by that same token, it is what it is. I mean, the truff sauce aspect of it is nice when I can taste it. But again, I just feel like I got let down. So I'm probably going to have to go out and do a re-review on this one, I'm guessing. Because, yeah, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to have to get it again so that I can try it out and, hopefully get a better result. And to be fair, I've had that happen before. I had that happen with their Arby's Big Game sandwich. The first one I had, they filled it up with so much freaking sauce, like I couldn't taste anything else. Second time I went over there and I got it, it was more evenly paced, and I was able to review it properly. In this case, I don't think I got enough of the sauce. Like I said, I think they just did like a quick little thing, and that's a shame. But anyway, if I'm recommending it, I can't really say one way or another. You know, if it's like this, then I can't. But I'm guessing that this isn't the case. I'm guessing that this, you know, maybe I'll try the older one. See how it compares. Maybe the older one will surprise me. Anyway, yeah. 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you go over there, have yourselves a truly actual Truff sandwich-tastic rest of your life. At the very least, if nothing else, regardless of how this whole thing goes down, go out and try yourself some Truff sauce. Like I said, go watch my hot sauce review on that. They have some good stuff. It's just, I don't know what the fuck with this. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there with you in it. I mean, especially when people are going over there and screwing up your chicken sandwiches. Popeyes, what are you doing? Like, you're a go-to. You're a standard. And I do this just like not even a week after I went out to Jollibee for the first time. By the way, go watch those reviews. I tried their original chicken sandwich. I tried their spicy chicken sandwich. And, you know, the sandwich that I compared them to was Popeyes. And, you know, I mean, Jollibee knocked it out of the fucking park, but I still gave Popeyes plenty of due. Yeah, man, it's like, I don't know, man. Jollibee might be the place to be. But we'll see. Anyway, it's important when we run into situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try out the Truff sandwich as I have done here today. And maybe you're going to hit me up in the comments. You're going to be like, Brandon, I had it. It was amazing and spectacular and wonderful and one of the most delicious things I've ever had. You need to go to that Popeyes that you were at. You need to kick down the door and tell them what the business is. Now, I don't think I need to do all that. First of all, their doors are presumably unlocked. I mean, unless I'm doing it at night. But then that counterbacks the whole thing, because then I'm doing it at night. Who am I going to fucking yell at? On top of that, I'm not a yell at type of person. Even when things get fucked up, which, by the way, if you ever want an instance of a company fucking something up, go watch my, Portillo's fish sandwich videos. I did do it 3 times. 3 times. If you want to see how I react in a disaster, food disaster situation. I'm not a yell at people type of person. I don't like to be that person. I don't think it helps. I've had people like, you should be more forceful. It's like, I'd rather work it out with them. I think that solves the problem better. But we'll see what happens. But seriously, if you actually have tried it out and you had a different experience, please hit me up. Let me know, because I want this to be good. But anyway, bye.